A small child with a bad cough was taken by his parents to a hospital emergency room. A nurse, examining the child's lungs with a stethoscope, told the child, "I have to see if Barney's in there." "I have Jesus in my heart," replied the child. "Barney's on my underwear." But all seriousness, Pope Francis has designated this year to be the year of mercy. So for all of us to be merciful, we too must have Jesus in our hearts. Hearts for the suffering. He also made this statement: if we wish to follow Christ closely, we cannot choose an easy, quiet life. It'll be a demanding life, but full of joy. Now, I hope that we truly do really understand his message. And is it sinking in? Or sometimes I wonder, do we turn a deaf ear to that? Do we have Jesus in our hearts? Now, I know that most all of you, if not all of you, are familiar with the gospel of the Good Samaritan. If I'm right. What I wonder about is, how many of us are the Good Samaritan who took care of his neighbor who was stripped and beaten and left to die? Or are we the priest and the Levite who just ignored and just went their own way? So let's talk about mercy. Not only do we need to ask God for mercy, but we too must be merciful to all our brothers and sisters. And we need to share Jesus' good news. Now, if you're not familiar with the works of mercy, there are 7 spiritual works and 7 corporal works. But tonight, I'm just going to talk to you about 5 of the corporal mercies. Now, all of them are equally important, but I just want to focus on these 5. Feed the hungry, give drink to the thirsty, shelter the homeless, visit the sick, give alms to the poor. In today's gospel, Jesus said, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to bring glad tidings to the poor." And St. Paul said in his second reading that we're all members of Christ's one body. So as members of that body, we're all called to continue that mission that Jesus proclaimed. You know, Jesus gave us all these beautiful gifts to share with each other: love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness, understanding, patience, mercy, and there's others. So as Christians, we must spread that good news to all of those that are in need. You see, they depend on us. We depend on each other. So here's what we must do. What we're compelled to do as Christians in this year of mercy. Mercy, M, mission. To continue Jesus' mission, we're to pray for God's mercy for all and to spread that good news, to bring glad tidings to the poor. The Eucharist, E, Eucharist, to lead all our brothers and sisters to the table of the Eucharist. Each and every one of us are members of that body of Christ. So no one is to be left behind. R, reach out to feed those that are hungry, to give drink to those that are thirsty, to shelter those that are homeless, to visit those that are sick, and to give alms to the poor. C, community. As Pope Francis said, let the church always be a place of mercy and hope, where everyone is welcomed, loved, and forgiven. Why? Yield. Each and every one of us, we have to yield to the needs of the poor. All of our brothers and sisters. Now, I'm sure you remember these words spoken by John the Baptist. But let me share them with you again. He must increase, but I must decrease. Well, we must decrease. As our poor, our sick, our hungry, our thirsty, and homeless must increase. They must be our priority, not secular things. Someone once said, a friend is one who sings us the song of our hearts when we've forgotten the melody. So when our brother or sister is sick or hurting, alone and lonely, and forgotten that melody, their hearts can lose that song. Can we sing to their hearts? This is how it must be with each other. Mother Teresa said, love, in order to survive, must be nourished by sacrifices, especially the sacrifice of self. If we have a humble heart, we'll know how to love God, to love self, and to love our neighbor. We must all be missionaries of mercy. If I could, I'd like to just take a couple of minutes. You see, I'm going to be selfish, and I'm going to reach out to all of you and ask for your mercy and help, but not for me. Because I want to see, do we have Jesus in our hearts? In all humility, you see, I've been blessed and honored and privileged to be chaplain up at Van Dyne Nursing Home. Again, this isn't about me. So if you don't already know, there are over 400 to 500 residents there, with Catholics representing over half of that number. So yeah, I'm lucky and I'm blessed because, you see, I get to spend every morning with them. And the amazing thing is, since I've been there, how much I've personally learned about faith, hope, and love, and especially humility. See, many times they inspire me. So you see, brothers and sisters, there's so much love and beauty there. But like that priest and Levite who go the other way, they too get passed by. They don't get many chances to share that love and beauty, to sing their song. So I'm asking all of you to look deep into your hearts. Is Jesus there? And if so, are you willing to share Jesus and his love? Are you willing to sacrifice? So if you are, I ask you to please talk to me whenever. See, we need visitors. We need people. We need love. Eucharistic ministers, whatever. Not for only weekdays, but for weekends as well. So I know all of you are busy and have a lot on our plates, but if you can find it in your hearts to share maybe an hour, or dare I ask for 2. Again, I quote Mother Teresa, never be afraid of giving. There's a deep joy in giving, since what we receive is much more than what we give. I can personally attest to that. You see, she said, yesterday is gone. Tomorrow has not yet come. We only have today. So live every day for love, and let's begin now. Yet Pope Francis has proclaimed this the year of mercy. So brothers and sisters, the ball is in our court. So how will we respond? hungry for their love, they look at you. Thirsty for kindness, they beg of you. Naked for loyalty, they hope in you. Homeless for shelter in your heart, they ask of you. Will you be that one to them? Is Jesus in your hearts?